Hi, I'm Yvonne from Pree Designs. Thanks for stopping by and having a look at my video. Today I'm going to show you how to make this very easy little baby card, and it is an easel card. It fits into a C6 envelope. It's got a little verse inside which is all from the same stamp set, and a cute little cradle for your baby. So I've already done a blue one. I'm going to show you using the pink, so to make a little girl one. The stamp set is from our Sale-a-bration stamp set, and it's free with a $90 purchase. So it's this stamp set here on page 7 of our Sale-a-bration Catalogue, which is available from now up till the end of February. I just love this little set. Makes nice, super quick and easy cards. I'm also going to be showcasing the paper, which is the Flight and Airy paper, but I'm actually not using the bird side of the paper. I'm using the pink side and Fresh Freesia side, and also the blue side in the boy card. So let's get and I'm also going to be using the perennial postage dies, which are these set of dies here on page 25 of the January to April catalogue. It does come with a lovely stamp set, which is that one there, which all fits perfectly into the dies. So these are the dies here. It's a lovely set. You can easily nest them together to make frames. Got the little postage mark here, little tag punch, and also a little reinforcement if you wish to make more of a little tag with a hole for ribbon. So to get started, I'm simply going to take a piece of thick basic white cardstock. Now I like to use the thick when I'm using a card base, when I'm making a card base, because it has a lot more structure to it. I've cut the A4 cardstock in half at 10.5 centimetres. Then I'm going to score it at 14.8 centimetres. And also score it half of that measurement, which is 7.4 centimetres. And that makes my easel really nice, really easy and simple little card layout. I love easel cards because they look very effective to the receiver, and yet they're really nice and simple to make. So that is how you make an easel card. I'll just burnish that again so that it sits nicely. All right, so that's the start of our card. I've then trimmed a piece of our bubble bath cardstock, and that is 10 centimetres by 6.9 centimetres. And I'm just going to adhere that. I should have got a new glue before I started the video, but I didn't. Come on, glue. All right, I'm just going to adhere that to the easel, front easel part. And that is my matting done for that. Then using the postage dies, I've already gone ahead and I've cut a piece of the Fresh Freesia and Bubble Bath paper from the Flight and Airy paper, and I've cut that using the largest die in the postage die set. So that's going to be my base of my card. Okay, so now I'm going to add some glue to the easel part of the card. A little bit too much there, but never mind. Not too close to the edge because this is a little bit smaller than my mat. And I'm simply going to stick that in place. So that makes my base of my easel. That will sit up and pop up. I've also then gone ahead, and I'll just move that to the side, and I've actually cut out, not that one, I've cut out of a piece of, move that out of the way, out of a piece of cardstock that was 9 by 12.2 centimetres, which was a rectangle. I've actually gone ahead and I've already pre-cut my next die, lining it up right close to the edge so that I had a nice even border around the edge, because I'm actually going to use both pieces here. This piece, the outside piece, I've already gone ahead and I've put some little strips of the edge of the dimensionals on the very, very edge. So you need to cut them really thin and place them on the edge. I'm then going to stick that over my DSP mat. Just take all the edges off without it sticking to me too much. And I should have double checked which was my top and which was my bottom piece of the cardstock, but I'll do that in a moment. I can do that once I've popped this frame in place, but before I start stamping on this center part. So I'm just going to pop that in place. Hopefully my head's not going to get in the way. Now I know that I only have a very small, oops, I should have left some of the paper on the back. I know I have only a very small border because I wanted to have the nice edging on this. Okay, that looks nice and even. So now just gently pushing down my pieces of dimensional. So that is my edging. Now I'm just going to double check that I've got it the right way around, which I have. So once I've stamped, I'm actually then going to glue this in, which the outside border will be popped up and the inside will be flatter. Just gives it nice dimension, and then you get to use both edges. Otherwise it would just be this edge on there, which still would look nice, but I just like to use both of the pieces. So I'm going to put that aside and I'm going to start with my stamping. Now I need to bring in my stamping mat because the stamp is actually a clear mount stamp, and I'm going to use all my lovely pinks, and my Fresh Freesia, which are Bubble Bath and, as I mentioned, the Fresh Freesia colour. So that's my Fresh Freesia. I'm going to start with stamping the little mat at the base of the cardstock, and I've stamped that in Fresh Freesia. Then I'm going to bring in my cot, and I'm going to stamp that in grey granite. And the forefront of the cot legs go on the mat. The back ones go through the little spaces here. So I've just got to roughly line that up and stamp that in place. That's pretty good. And then I'm going to stamp in the same colour the little mobile. That's the mobile stand. And then the little mobile. It's nice and easy to line up all the pieces because it's a clear mount stamp. So that's my stamping done for the moment. Oh, actually, while I'm here, while I've got everything out, I may as well do the other pieces. I'm going to use this little leftover piece just to stamp the little bottle. I'm not sure if that will be dark enough. No, it's not. So I'm going to stamp that, re-stamp that in the Fresh Freesia, and then I'll fussy cut that later. And I've already gone ahead of time and stamped, but I've lost him for the moment. I'll find him a little bit later, the little elephant. And now I need to stamp my baby girl, and I've used the postage stamp die to pre-cut the little tag for the baby girl stamp. Okay, baby girl. It's a little bit wide, so I'm actually going to take that off and use the reverse. Just stamp that again. This is how I did my first one. Just going to reverse that, re-ink, and I'll show you why I did that in a moment. Okay, so that's just got the words closer together. Putting them on the block together just made the spacing too wide. Now, I've then on your die, because I flipped it, this is the correct side, which is a softer edge. I'll actually go through with my fingernail on a hard surface and just push all those edges down, which will just take the harshness off the edge and save me re-die cutting the die just for that little greeting. Okay, that's just pushed my edges down just so that they're not quite so harsh because I used the wrong side of the die. All right, put my stamps pads away for a moment. And then I'm going to bring in some blends and do a little bit of colouring. I don't need to lean on this, but I've got it there, so I'm going to lean on it. I'm going to colour the cot in crumb cake, and I'm using the light crumb cake, and this is your blends. So with your blends, you don't have to press hard. I'm using the thicker end. It is very, very fine to work with, and as I said, don't push hard because otherwise you will damage the end of your blends. And our blends come in a light and a dark shade. Now I'm picking up soft sea foam, and I'm just going to do the little mattress part. Now I'm going to pick up the bubble bath colour to do the blanket. I'm using the finer or the smaller end here just so that I only get the colour on the bit of blanket. And just blending that darker colour in just a wee bit. Okay, then I'm going to do the little whale in the two tones. The star, and I'm using Daffodil Delight for the star. Also do the moon in the Daffodil Delight. Okay, so that's my little cot feature. So now it's time to put all those pieces together. I'm going to bring my main piece back in, and to get that in there nicely, I'm actually going to put glue into the frame. That's all I need. It's only a piece of card, and I'm matching up my cutouts, and then I'm just going to use my take your pick tool just to bring forward all of the edge pieces. Just slowly does it. Sometimes it's much easier than others. Today it's not playing nice. I haven't got it quite lined up, so I'm just going to slide that up a little bit because I've used glue. That is a little bit easier to do. There you go. Just run my take your pick tool so that I'm pushing down the center. That's much better. Pushing down the center so that that sticks flat and the edging of the frame sticks up. So as you saw, I stamped the wrong thing or too wide, so I'm just having that as the back. Pop that into place. Now I have to find my little back. I found the elephant, he was hiding. And then I'm going to stamp my envelope and insert. So for my envelope, I'm going to stamp the little elephant, and I'm going to stamp him in Fresh Freesia. I'm going to stamp him, but do generation stamping, so darker to the lighter, as if there's movement across the page. And then I like to do the envelope. And then I'm also going to stamp the greeting which is Welcome Little One. Now, to get your greeting lined up, I like to use a ruler because otherwise I will get it wonky and that will bother me. I'm just using my grid paper, which I use to cover my paper piercing mat, and hopefully I'm not getting my head in the way. I'm just lining that up roughly, just a slight, ever so slightly wonky. Welcome Little One, and then that is my card insert. So I'm going to pop some Stamp and Seal across the top and across the bottom. Pop that into place. Just move my ink pad because I've got that open. Pop that into place. And my little elephant, I've stamped him in grey granite, the same as the little cot, taking off the couple of mini dimensionals I've popped on the back. And then he will be what's used to hold the easel up. So that is my baby card, the easel card, using the Cradled In Love stamp set, which is a free Sale-a-bration set. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed my little video.